This video is for people who are looking to become who they want to be. Now, throughout this video, I want you to keep in mind the phrase, one day or day one. Join me while I do the dishes because I don't have time to sit down and make a video and also get chores done and my workout in, so we're going to double task here. So there's a quote in I, Robot in the scene where, well, it's in multiple scenes, but it's where Will Smith is talking to the doctor guy who got pushed out of the window, and he's talking to his hologram, and the hologram says, "My responses are limited. You must ask the right questions." And I've been on a journey of self-discovery myself and trying to figure out who I am and how I want to be who I want to be. And I've been looking up perspectives on the internet. And I have found that on the internet, in order to find what you're looking for, you must ask the right questions. So in my search, I have also found that not only do you have to ask the right questions, but you have to find people who are able to present concepts in your own language. Now, I don't mean French, Spanish, English. What I mean is the absorption of concepts through your brain is going to be different than anyone else. It's kind of like some people are visual learners, some people are hands-on learners, kind of like that. So you have to find someone who speaks you, doesn't just speak to you. There's actually this quote that I wrote down because I would have butchered it if I hadn't. It's from Thou Art That by Joseph Campbell. I'm not going to say I've read the whole book. I'm working through it. It's taking time. The quote is, one spontaneously knows what they're saying, even if the person presenting and interpreting them may be speaking a different language. And I think that's also quite relevant. So, beyond asking the right questions, you also have to find someone through all of the thousands and millions and billions of videos who speaks your language. Now, I've tried to make a video multiple times, and every time I'm like, oh, this doesn't make sense, it's too rambly, but maybe, just maybe, this will speak your language. So, people are always saying that they want to improve themselves, right? I think it's a journey that all of us throughout our entire lives are embarking on. I don't think anyone ever is 100% who they want to be. I think we're always striving for something, we're always reaching for something, which I think is a very healthy form of living this human life of ours. If you are looking to begin to become who you want to be, make changes in your life that you want to make, try to be a better person, a calmer person, a more giving person, a more fun person, I have an idea of where you should start. Because I know a lot of people are like, whoa, where do I start? Where do I start? And I feel like a lot of people give pretty bad advice out there. Now, I'm going to hit this with a disclaimer before I go on. I am not an expert in anything. Not at all. This is all anecdotal evidence. This is what has worked for me and what has changed my life. If it works for you, great. If not, just completely disregard this video and forget everything I said. So, I found that I have tried multiple times to become who I want to be. I've made many attempts. In 2022, I lost 60 pounds. In 2023 to 24, well, in 2021, I lost 60 pounds. And then gained it back, and then between 24 to 25-ish, I lost 20 pounds. So, I lost 60, I gained back 20, then I lost the 20. So now I've been maintaining my weight for quite a while now. I've gone to therapy, I have read books, I have watched videos, I have read articles, studies, whatever. And through all of this search, the number one thing I learned is The biggest step one that I've never heard anyone talk about as a step one. Here it is. So I know personally that I am often caught in a cycle of doubt. Now, that doubt is usually accompanied by judgment, criticism, shame, guilt. All of those feel-good feelings, if you know what I mean. Not. And I drowned in anxiety and worry and overthinking about all of these things. Judgments of myself, judgments of others, criticism of myself, criticism of others, comparing myself to things that weren't realistically possible for me to obtain, get done, you know, stuff like that. So what I finally did, what someone finally spoke in my language, was the concept of just noticing. Sit back and notice. That is the first step on any journey of trying to change who you are. And I will explain to you what that is and how to do that. So, what I mean by sitting back and noticing is all of the behaviors you wish to change, all of the things when after you do it you go, oh man, I shouldn't have done that, oh, I feel terrible, like I'm the worst person ever, why did I do that again? And all of those behaviors, they cycle, they repeat themselves. Now, there is a reason that you want to stop these behaviors, of course there is. Maybe it's uncomfortable. Maybe you just know that it's toxic. Maybe it's an old tool that doesn't serve you anymore. And a lot of people start making promises to themselves. I'm never going to do that again. Oh, this is the last time. Stuff like that. And these promises are usually not kept because it is a huge step from repeating these behaviors for years and years and years into, nope, never again, not going to do it at all. And your brain pumps the brakes. It says, whoa, that's a huge change really fast, my guy. And it self-sabotages. And you end up in the same cycle. You do it, shame, never going to do it again. You do it, shame, never going to do it again. So clearly, if this is you, this hasn't been working. And you got to do something about it. So, instead of jumping in, saying, I'm never going to do it again, I'm going to change this overnight, like it's never going to happen. Instead of, after you do it again, saying, oh, I'm the worst person ever, I hate myself, this is awful, I need to stop. Just take a breath and notice. I have done this. This is something I have done. This is how I'm feeling about having done that. Notice. And notice that you're judging yourself after you've done it. Notice the whole cycle. Just step back, say, this happened, this is how I felt, this is what I promised, and then just watch it repeat. Just step back, just take a big step back. It's okay. It's not a big deal. You've got so many days ahead of you. You don't have to change right now, overnight. You've got time. So I want you to just notice. That's step one. And that might sound simple, but it's really, really hard. It is complicated. In order to change who you want to be, you have to recognize who you don't want to be. So, let me use an example. I've been on this journey. I've been taking this step one, and today I had a headache. It got worse and worse and worse throughout the day. Now, I've been working out for 3 weeks. I've been journaling, I've been meditating, I've been, doing all the healthy things for your brain and stuff, social media detox. So yesterday, I didn't do any of those things. It was Sunday. I was just chilling. I really wasn't in the mood to do anything. So I figure, I'll just chill. So I binge watched the show House and sat on the couch 90% of the day. So today, I was tired. I had a headache. Felt groggy. Just wasn't a very good day. And part of the way through the day, I was like, man, why do I have this headache? Like, what is my body trying to tell me? I've given it water, I've given it electrolytes, I slept well. Like, what is... Oh. And then it dawned on me. Yesterday, I sat in front of a TV and did nothing. And I kicked myself in the butt for that. I just found myself in a spiral of I'm not good enough, I'll never be good enough, I'll never get out of this cycle, I'm a terrible person. And then I noticed, oh, I'm judging myself right now. Yesterday I probably didn't do everything I could have for self-care. That's okay. I'm noticing what I'm feeling in my body after yesterday and the kind of thoughts it's caused me today, and these are the results of that. Okay. I have noticed. I took a step back. I just looked. And when you just step back and look, you remove yourself from the judgment. You remove yourself from getting lost in the pattern. And you're able to tell your brain, this is the result of those actions. This is the result. And from that point of view, you're able to decide, do I want to feel this way again? If the answer is no, maybe don't do it again next time. If the answer is yes, why do you want to change? Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't watch this video. But if the answer is no, and you want to change that behavior, and you want to become who you want to be, don't make promises. Don't immediately try to change your whole life. Don't make plans. Don't do any of that. Just notice the moment, notice the pattern, and that's all you have to do. Now, if you want to go a step further, write it down. Write it down and reflect every day. Write it down, reflect. Write it down, reflect. This is a no judgment zone. You are just noticing, like a kind observer of your own actions. Like a best friend saying, huh, that's what you did today. Did you know that? Did you know you did that today? Maybe there's a connection here. Maybe something can change. So I'm going to bring you back to that statement. One day or day one. I'm just telling you what my day one looked like. It's just to sit back, take a seat in my little brain, in my body, and I noticed what it felt like when I did this. I noticed what it felt like when I said that. I noticed when my thoughts got lost in shame and guilt and hating myself and telling myself that I am never going to be enough. Just keep noticing. And that's all day one ever has to be. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a nice journey.